Welcome back to VHS Tacos, everybody. Another year is gone, and that means it's 12 months of Steelbooks, right? So not every single month had a Steelbook. Quite a few of them did. Quite a few months there had multiple releases. But as is the case with all Steelbooks, as is the case with all movies, some were great, some not so great. I haven't gotten a single Steelbook this year that I would actually say was terrible or bad.
I beg to differ.
Didn't ask. However, there were some that were a little subpar, and there were definitely some that stood out above the rest. So I took time to scour the globe with my thoughts and my feelings. I called upon the world's greatest therapist to help me do a deep dive into what I truly believe, personally, are my favorite and least favorite Steelbooks of the year. And because my therapist advised me get the negative out of the way first so that we can focus on the positive, we're going to get the negative out of the way first. So without further ado, we get to our worst Steelbook of the year. And remember, this is strictly this Steelbook. This has absolutely nothing to do with the quality of the movie, and you'll see why in a second. Sonic the Hedgehog 3, this is the Amazon exclusive. This is boring, right? This is just, I mean, yeah, you got like, you know, some spot gloss on there, front, back, you know, the spine, it does pop, sure. And then you got your same old boring Paramount black 4K disc and the blue Blu-ray disc.
Putting me to sleep.
You know what makes this Steelbook even worse? It's the precedent that Paramount set with the Steelbook for Sonic the Hedgehog 2. For starters, slipcover. But then they even went the extra mile and they recreated the cover of the game for this Steelbook. Now this is creative, right? It's certainly a lot more creative than the Steelbook they did for the first film, where it was just giant Sonic on the front, giant Robotnik on the back. No, this said, oh, okay, maybe we're gonna have some effort. Usually you progress, you don't degress or digress, right?
Regress.
Which is exactly, regress.
Sorry.
Whatever, man. I am gressed out. Now, shout out to Sonic for having the most dull and unimaginative Steelbook of the year, because a very, very close second was actually Captain America, Brave New World. Now, I do like the minimalist design. That opinion hasn't changed, right? Like, I like the front of this. I love how Harrison Ford's Thaddeus Ross is basked in red. A nice little teaser there. The simplicity of the back, it's kind of boring, but at the same time, you know, it does stand out. It's nice. Same thing with the spine. What helped this beat Sonic is the disc art, right? So we have a very stylized Captain America on the 4K and a very stylized Red Hulk on the Blu-ray. That disc art is beautiful. In fact, I kind of wish they would have used that for the cover or even the inside artwork. And that is the only thing that saved this one from being below Sonic. Now, I rang my therapist at 3 in the morning. I said, what would help me decide what the best looking Steelbooks of the year would be? And they responded back with, I swear to God, if you keep calling me on my personal cell, I will block your number. But then I said, look outside your window, but that's a different story.
Oh my God.
So I sat there and I thought to myself, could it be the 1-2 combo of Tron and Tron Legacy? They follow the same design pattern on the front, the back, the spines. They look fantastic. No, that can't be it. And so I really boiled it down to 2. And there was one small, minuscule deciding factor that placed second from first. When I tell you it is just a hair's difference, you ask me tomorrow and it might change. It's not going to change, but it might change, but it probably won't. So for our runner-up, for our best Steelbook of the year, we have Superman, the DCU's introduction to the human race. This is a wonderful Steelbook. This is a beautiful Steelbook. The S logo lights up. We do have a slipcover on there, which reveals the door opening up. We have a beautiful back, we have a wonderful spine, and we even have cohesive interior artwork. Yeah, the disc art reminds me of Ketchup and Mustard, which therefore helps me remember that scene from Dumb and Dumber. But this is a wonderful, wonderful Steelbook. What knocks this down from being number 1 are 2 things. One, it's that pesky DC Studio logo on the front. That's not a sticker.
They had to do it.
That's not a sticker. It stays there permanently. And I thought to myself, oh, okay, well, it's just on the slipcover. It's not going to be on the Steelbook. As a matter of fact, it's not only on the Steelbook, but then they even changed the color of the studio font.
Sure,
right? And I thought, oh, okay, well, I mean, you know, maybe I can look past that.
No,
and then I forgot this is a WB release. And if there's one thing that W releases love to do, it's put all of the studio mumbo jumbo on the back at the bottom. And I said, oh, well, we have a slipcover. We can hide that. Mrs. Taco, no, because they even put more here. And then you can still see it here. WB, I beg of you, especially with everything that you have coming out in 2026, I beg of you, stop. Number 1 is Wicked. Universal Studios.
Yeah.
Walmart exclusive. This was a nightmare to find, Mrs. Taco. I don't know if
Very
you
hard.
remembered that.
Yeah.
Placed a couple orders, nothing happened. In fact, we got lucky. When we checked one day and it said it was available for pickup at a Walmart about an hour and a half away. I never want to go back to that Walmart. That traffic there was terrifying. This is not an image technically from the film. We have a split image down the middle, Elphaba and Glinda. On the back, we have the gorgeous Wicked logo. Yes,
Look at that.
entirely glossy with spot gloss on a
Beautiful.
golden outline. Very, very minimal studio garbage at the bottom. The spine pop, solid black, Wicked. We have the iconic image from Wicked, recreated live action, of course, which looks fantastic. And then our interior artwork, again, not an image from the film, no, instead, we have the land of Oz on one side, and we have the woods on the other. This steelbook is wonderful, but you want to know why? Besides, of course, just the artistry that went into this, this can work double time. If you just get the regular 4K disc for Wicked, for good, you pop this bad boy in here, because it doesn't say Wicked Part 1, like it does at the beginning of the film or anything like that. It merely just says Wicked, so you can have the complete package here. Now, of course, I'm a sucker for all things Wicked.
Very much.
So I went and I pre-ordered the steelbook for good anyways. I mean, it was gonna happen.
It was gonna
right?
happen.
So this is what I believe to be the best looking steelbook of 2025. I mean, it, came
I
out
agree.
in the beginning of the year too. And just
Beautiful.
nothing could quite come close except Superman. We were that close, Superman, that close to greatness. And your movie was wonderful, maybe on the second go around. So like I said, folks, those are our picks for the best and the worst steelbooks of 2025. It's been a pretty decent year. And I'm very much looking forward to 2026. In fact, I've already got a few of them on pre-order. And I'm very, very excited to get my hands on them. Now, of course, again, our opinion is only our opinion. So what was your favorite and your least favorite steelbook down below? Could be one that we have, could be one that you have that we don't have. I don't know, because you have to tell us. And until next time, guys, this has been VHS Tacos signing off. Adios.
Bye.